What is up, everybody? It's your boy Duty back again with another video, and this time I'm taking a look at our boy DSP's daily wrap after the PokeMoney late night disaster stream, where our boy Phil is struggling to keep interest in the Pokemon game. Apparently, his scheme to pickpocket his dents into naming Pokemon for $25 seems to have dried up. So tonight's stream, one person actually took advantage of it, and I think that's kind of been the trend. One person per stream. And our boy Phil struggled to get near the tier 2 tip goal. Oh my lord, he didn't get to wear his silly hat. I know he must have been upset. Anyway, it seems to be a pattern rate recently where God of War support's drying up, Pokemon support's drying up, Sonic was dead. What else is he playing? I know that Callisto Protocol is supposed to save the channel tomorrow or today, and reviews are saying it's not a good game. So I can imagine our boy Phil struggling with the game, and it may run into the same issue as God of War, where people are really excited to play the game, and they may not come out to check out Phil's stream. Actually, I think what it was Phil's stream of God of War was extremely boring, and that's why nobody came out to actually see him play it. I can envision the same thing with Callisto Protocol. Anyway, let's see what our boy Phil had to say.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 1st of December 2022. And as you can see, things are looking a heck of a lot different around here. In fact, because of the Christmas decorations and lighting, if you can't tell, the camera actually recorded a lot better today. I think having that contrast of light behind me makes the camera auto-adjust a little better and doesn't make it too dark or have the color be too far off like it actually tends to be sometimes. Good day today, obviously. Returning back from my break, the Level 1 podcast had a ton of things to talk about, including my day off, decorating for the holiday, all the new animations, all kinds of fun stuff. We talked about the new goals for the month, including the Tier 1 members goal being the return of Viewer's Choice, while the Tier 2 members goal, if we get that far, would actually be a special React event. So kind of the best of both worlds, giving people everything they want for the month of December.
By the way, just to touch on that little members go thing, so he's expecting Emil or one of his other whales to donate 250 gifted subs, because you guys have to remember that the Emil's 100 gift the Emil's gifted 100 members is going to fall off in a few weeks. So essentially, no one's gonna pay for that crappy ass membership. So he's gonna dip into. I think he's down to four. What was he? He's down to 469 when he originally hit the 470. I think he hit 475. And the goal is 100 and it was 100. It was like 125. Whatever. He's dropping in memberships again, and that 100 member bomb is gonna fall off in about 2 weeks, I think. So his expectation is he wants 250 gifted membership. So Emil, step up, save your pennies, and drop that 250 before the end of the month.
Just in general, great holiday positivity and vibes on the show. And then we went into God of War Ragnarok, which was also an exceptionally good stream. So not only did we do a lot of story with Atreus into God of War Ragnarok today, but then we actually got to return to the Lake of Nine. For those who played the original game in 2018, the Lake of Nine is a big lake where you're rowing around and there's all this optional content and exploring. Well, in this game, the lake is frozen. So because of that, at the beginning of the game, you are not allowed to explore the lake at all. Finally, this far into the game, we're now allowed to explore the Lake of Nine. And it's got a ton of content. All kinds of fun mini-bosses and optional dungeons and all kinds of fun stuff. And I really enjoyed doing that today. So, in general, today's God of War stream was really good. Then tonight, for the late stream, it was the first time ever having Pokemon Scarlet as a late stream. Up to now, it had always been a daytime stream. And here's what I will say. For those that were there, the stream was great. Great interactivity. Great engagement. Right? Support was pretty good for a late stream. And we had good progress. We actually finished up a whole gym. And then we went and fought a Titan Pokemon. And now we're off to a whole new area of the map that we hadn't previously been in. So, all good stuff. I'm enjoying myself. Great stream. And we actually had a couple people name Pokemon. Overall, pretty good. But
It was one person, Phil. God, the cope the coping thought here. He's just trying to postpone the inevitable that Pokemon is actually dead. The viewers were, I think he ended up maxing out at 170 viewers, and tips dried up very quickly. I mean, I think one person gave $25 to name a Pokemon, and all he ended up getting was drips and drabs of dollar tips, $2 tips here and there. So, yeah, Pokemon's going the route of Sonic and God of War when it comes to support. But thankfully, Callisto Protocol is there to save the day, or save the channel.
Yes, I have to make the factual observation. Attendance was lower than when Pokemon was an early stream. Support was lower than when Pokemon was an early stream. We didn't hit 100 likes either for engagement. So, it's great that people still showed up and did support the stream, but definitely it was a downgrade. For when these streams were daytime streams, people were really enjoying them. Now, what I will say is this, I said it in the videos tonight, but I'll say it again. If you're someone who was attending the Pokemon Scarlet streams and now you're unable to because they're now going to be night streams instead of day streams, I'm sorry about that. Obviously, this happens every, busy gaming season. You get a game, for a week or two, it's the main focus, and then other new games come out, they have to become the focus, right? In particular with Pokemon, this is a game that we absolutely know is going to be a playthrough for a very long time. This is going to be a running one that's probably 40 or more hours. We're only about 14 hours in. If we play it 2-3 times a week, 2-hour sessions, you're talking another 3-4 weeks, minimum to beat it. If we even do beat it by the end of December, who knows, right? So that being said, it was always going to have to be a night stream anyway. I think we all knew that. Pokemon has always been chill night streams. But if you're someone who's feeling left out, like, man, I was attending all the day streams, I can't make them anymore, and you were enjoying participating and maybe naming Pokemon and things, and now you feel like you can't be a part of that anymore. You can't. You still name Pokemon. It's a $25 tip. Just send me a tip at any time during the day and just leave your name and the name of the Pokemon that you want to name and the name you want to give it. It's first come, first serve, but we've had very few. We had one person in the entirety of the 14 hours I've been playing who took me between the streams to name a Pokemon. So chances are, you name one from the last live stream, you're going to get it, okay?
Oh my lord. Okay, so he wants people that can't attend the stream to still tip him and give him money to name a Pokemon. Why the hell would anyone do that if they can't be on stream to actually enjoy it, Phil? Why? Why would I give you any amount of money if I can't be there to enjoy what I'm paying for? And you love to claim this is a business, right? So this is a business transaction. So you're requesting your pay pigs to do a business transaction with you and yet get no benefit at all from this. So I don't understand what the hell you... And another thing, how is this not a beg? This is a straight out fucking beg, Phil. You are begging because you are taking a portion of one of your videos to talk about people giving you money. That is called begging, Phil. So I love how Phil loves to twist words. And because I'm pretty sure if I have a conversation with him today, he'd be like, I didn't beg. I haven't begged all month. And yet I can pull up examples just like this that clearly show our boy Phil begging. And he'd say, well, that's not begging. I'm just letting them know what their options are. No, Phil, it's a beg. Everybody knows what they can do on Pokemon. Everyone knows the tip goes. Everyone knows what they receive. You don't need to constantly talk about it and bring it up, Phil. When you constantly talk about it and bring it up, Phil, that is called a beg.
The other thing was, this was the first night that we had played Pokemon. We did not hit the hat goal, and there was no Pikachu hat. It's not a huge deal. We still had lots of support. I'm telling you, I'm not complaining at all.
You are complaining, Phil. You are. If you weren't complaining, you wouldn't bring it up. The reason why you're bringing it up is that you're hoping that your actions will change the actions of your viewers on the next stream. So if you say, hey, I didn't make enough money, we didn't get to wear a Pikachu hat, what you're hoping for is that people watch this video, and nobody watches this video, but people watch this video and say, oh man, Phil didn't get to wear a hat. Let me make sure that I come on and tip him, or make sure that I, donate $25 to name a stupid Pokemon. That is your intent, Phil, and that is called begging. That is called there's no difference from what you're doing versus someone saying, hey, give me money. It's the same goddamn thing, Phil.
I'm just saying, it's a factual statement. So
yes, it's a factual statement. but that still doesn't change the fact that it is a factual beg. Okay? All right? That's just like having a wife, right? That's fat and ugly and looks like a horse, right? And you saying, "Hey, you look fat today," or "Hey, you look like a fat horse today," right? It's a factual statement, but you don't say it anyway because it's not appropriate. The same thing applies here, Big. It's not, Phil. It's not appropriate for you to beg, regardless of whether it's factual or not. You are still begging.
Taking this game and taking it from a daytime to a nighttime stream did definitively affect the level of people and the level of engagement and the level of support for the game. So here's the thing. I'm loving Pokemon Scarlet, okay? I'm going to keep playing it as a night stream for now. Here's the plan, all right?
You heard that little word for now. I envision this getting the hiatus status pretty soon, especially if tips don't go up. That's what he likes to do when games when the support or the money for games dry up, but he doesn't want to wage quit it. He puts it on hiatus, and I envision Pokemon going on hiatus pretty soon.
Right now, it's going to be alternating between God of War Ragnarok and Callisto Protocol, but Callisto Protocol releases tomorrow. We'll talk about that in a second. Those will be the main streams. The night streams for now will be Pokemon and Modern Warfare 2. The next batch of new games comes out December 13th. Okay? If we happen to finish Callisto Protocol within the next week, which is possible, I'm being told the game is about 15 hours long. If that's the case, we might beat it within a week to a week and a half. If we have extra daytime streams, I will put Pokemon Scarlet back into the rotation for daytime streams. Okay? But only if we have time. I'm not promising that. Just saying it would make sense to do so since you guys loved it so much. We may actually have people come back who can't attend those night streams. Alright? But obviously what I would hope is that those who can't attend, maybe if you're into the playthrough and you're watching on demand, like, oh, I definitely want to name a Pokemon, you would still think about it. Okay? Alright. So, overall today, sweet day back. Saw lots of cool Christmas animations, but only scratched the surface. And what I mean by that is, I added 10 Christmas animations, okay? Today we saw $5, $10, $20 tips. And I think that's where it ended, actually. I think that was the limit of what we actually saw. That's only 3. And then on the Super Chat side of things, I think we saw the $5 Super Chat, and that was it there. So out of the 10 animations, we saw 4. So we've got a lot of more stuff coming here on the streams moving forward for the rest of the month that is going to add variety. By the way, if you haven't noticed yet, you notice that these lights look pretty good now with the new webcam. Do you remember with the old webcam that I had forever? Anytime I turned lights on in this office, they looked terrible. They were all washed out. You couldn't even see any color, right? Now you can actually see how good these look, and I'm very pleased that now we added lights back to the setup for Christmas, and it looks really good. So anyway, tomorrow, it's Callisto Protocol all day long. I'm actually downloading the game right now to my Xbox Series X. Yes, I opted for the Series X. Why? Surround sound. I don't really care about the haptic feedback. I don't think it adds anything to games. But surround sound does, especially for a horror game. I'm going to want to hear things around me. I think the surround sound is going to be a tremendous help in this game and add to the atmosphere. So, yes, tomorrow the premiere of Callisto Protocol on the mainstream and then again on the late stream. I'm well aware that many of you will be playing it as well, and maybe you will not come by the streams, and if that's the case, that's okay. I understand. I'm not playing it every day. All day tomorrow, yes. But outside of that, after that, toning it down and alternating every other day with God of War Ragnarok. So, hey, play it all day tomorrow, but then come back when I play it again on Sunday. You'll probably be way ahead of me. Okay? But
Yeah, he tried this technique with God of War and it didn't work. And by the way, from what I'm hearing and reading, Callisto Protocol seems to be an utter nightmare. A lot of glitches, it stutters a lot, and it's just not ready for prime time. So I can't wait for Phil to play this game, and it just conk out on him. He is not going to be happy because, of course, Callisto Protocol is here to save the channel.
I'm looking forward to it. I love Dead Space. I miss Dead Space. It's been so long. We get a new one now, which is the spiritual successor. It's not necessarily Dead Space, but it's definitely in the same vein. Same people who made the originals. I get the feeling the game's going to be outstanding. I cannot wait to play it tomorrow. So I hope you all join me, especially those of you who tell me that you love watching me play survival horror, because for you, basically survival horror maybe it's scary, or it's not something you like playing yourself, but you like watching others. Hey, that's what I'm all about. I'm going to put out a great playthrough for you guys. I love survival horror games. We're going to do it together and have a good time, alright? So, tomorrow morning, hope to see you all for Callisto Protocol, or tomorrow night, or both. Whatever whatever you can do, swing by. And thank you all for a great streaming day. Please have a good night. I'll see you in the morning for the big new release hype. This is my final, honestly, big new release game of the year that I'm hyped for. So I hope I'll see you for it tomorrow. Okay, guys? Peace out. See you then. Later.
Alright folks, you can see throughout the video our boy was on the X, Y, and axis, and whenever he's stressed out and he's worried, he starts bobbing back and forth on the X, Y axis. So our boy Phil is upset about something, and I think it's because of the tips, the low tips, and he's worried Callisto Protocol will get the God of War Ragnarok treatment, and no one will be out to watch it and support it. Maybe the first playthrough, because typically he does okay for his first playthrough. But I have a feeling that if it stutters and it's a hot mess, like a lot of people are saying, that may not be the case. So anyway, round of emojis for our boy Phil. Hopefully he won't run into the Callisto Protocol bug, and he'll have a good day. By the way, I am streaming today at 1:30. The Denhead podcast is back, so we'll be here to chill and chat and talk. And then we'll watch Phil's Level 1 podcast. And then I'm also streaming late tonight, probably 8 or 9 o'clock Eastern. We might do some WWE Champion time. Oh, yeah. Round emojis. Peace out, people.